Welcome to Witch Talks, a series for spiritual seekers, witches, and enlightened souls. I'm Hana the Suburban Witch, an intuitive tarot reader, astrologer, and eclectic witch, and I hope you're ready to get up close and personal with your favourite witches. In this episode of Witch Talks, we are just talking witch stuff. I'm not interviewing anyone in particular, and I'm just going to share some of my own knowledge with you all in this audio format. Today's topic is crystals for fertility, and I have 8 crystals that I wish to share with you all. Now, trying to conceive can either be a fun or difficult journey, and no one's experience is ever the same. With my own journeys, my eldest child, my daughter, she took about 8 months or so of consistent trying to conceive, and it was quite difficult. My doctor had even said, prepare for the long haul, we may need to go down the IVF route. But thankfully, that wasn't necessary for her. And then when it came to conceive my son, we made the decision, and 2 weeks later, I was pregnant. And my poor husband said, oh no, I thought we'd have more time to practice. But obviously it was meant to be at that time. So whether you have been trying to conceive for a short time or a long time, utilizing the crystal energy of these 8 crystals for fertility to increase your chances of falling pregnant is a unique and safe option for all. Today, we're going to cover the top 8 crystals for use in both natural conception and IVF, with some ideas on how you can work with these beautiful gifts of the earth on your own fertility journey. And we can get creative with the way that we use these crystals. You can wear them, add them to the bedroom, your pocket, include them in a spell, or set them up in a crystal grid. Just a reminder, crystals are not to be used in place of traditional medical care. Instead, I recommend you use them alongside recommendations from your general practitioner. Number 1, moonstone. The menstrual cycle is ruled by the moon, so it makes sense that crystals who share this ruling planetary body can aid in fertility too. Moonstone is excellent, not just when trying to conceive, but throughout pregnancy and birth too. This goes for both traditional moonstone and rainbow moonstone, which is my personal favourite. Moonstone is known as the woman's healing stone and can aid in balancing your hormones, promoting womb health, and of course conception. This is because it helps you to get back into your natural cycle rhythm, which is always going to help when trying to conceive. Make sure to charge this baby under the moonlight and then place it beneath your bed or pillow. You can pair it with merlinite if you wish to communicate with your baby's spirit before conception. This is often known as conscious conception, and also during pregnancy to commune with the spirit of your child. Just touching on the topic of the moon itself, charting your cycle alongside the moon's cycle can be really beneficial as well. If you know when you bleed and when you ovulate, that can obviously be very handy for conception. But did you know that you can sometimes have a second ovulation, which is just under the same moon that you were born under? So this is when it's in the same phase. For example, I was born under a waning crescent moon, so I could potentially fall pregnant 2 times in a month, one when I ovulate naturally in the normal stage of the cycle, but also again under the waning crescent moon. It is not every month. It might not happen at the right time every month, but it is a potential second time. The second crystal we'll talk about today is lepidolite. In the words of Ashley Levy from the Love and Light School of Crystal Therapy, lepidolite will hold you in an ocean of calm where you can lose yourself in the tranquility of the moment. Being a stone that brings peace of mind, it soothes anxieties and relaxes you mentally. This allows you to let go of your worries and trust in the universe. I also find lepidolite to be an excellent aid in quality and restorative sleep. If your body is in a state of stress, mentally or physically, it can be difficult to conceive as your body doesn't feel safe. Quality rest can help bring back balance and soothe the nervous system, which is optimal for conception. Any ridiculously high levels of cortisol, which are so common these days due to the patriarchy and capitalism and all of that, those higher cortisol levels actually can inhibit us in creating estrogen and our body working with that estrogen in the way that it's supposed to. So we need to make sure we are prioritizing rest and relaxation and meditation as well to get our bodies in the right state for conception. Lepidolite can absolutely help you with this. The third crystal to chat about today is green aventurine, and this crystal has long been used to optimize the chances of pregnancy by enhancing your fertility. This crystal is known for its ability to bring success in your endeavors and boost your manifesting, particularly potent to use when creating your new moon intentions. And if you'd like some help with setting new moon intentions and crafting a ritual around that, I do have new moon ritual worksheets available in my shop, which is on my website. You can also get access to these as a Patreon subscriber. So with green aventurine, you would place it nearby or hold it in your hand as you visualize yourself holding your baby, changing your baby, rocking your baby, feeding your baby, all of those things. Even if you end up going through the adoption or surrogacy route, this crystal can help you to manifest that outcome. The fourth crystal today is rainbow fluorite. And fluorite actually means flow. And if your hormones are out of whack or if you have polycystic ovaries, you'll want to utilize the energy of rainbow fluorite to bring things back into flow with your body. This crystal is a master manifester. A great affirmation you could use with this crystal is, I consciously create life within me. I am a portal. Also an excellent crystal for making decisions, which comes up a lot during pregnancy. If you are pregnant and facing a tough choice, this crystal can help you to get clear before you decide. This goes for the myriad of things that are offered or sometimes not even offered, forced upon us throughout our pregnancy care model, whichever way we've gone, whether that's the gestational diabetes test, which I did the first time and declined the second time, and that was a hard decision to make, and I had to go through a lot of thinking, going into myself, reading up on all of the research, and using something like rainbow fluorite can be really helpful to hold on to and tune into yourself to see if that decision is the right thing for you to do or not. So I definitely recommend getting some of that into your crystal collection. Crystal number 5 today is carnelian, and this gorgeous orange crystal relates to our sacral chakra, which houses our sexual energy, and it's really great at boosting your libido and motivating you to move it to the bedroom. Often when trying to conceive, sex can almost become a chore, and if this is happening to you, you need to bring some carnelian into the bedroom to help liven things up and make it fun again. If you want to even have more fun in the bedroom, you could pair it with a crystal dildo to warm yourself up. They do say orgasms help with the conception as the vaginal contractions move the sperm up towards the egg. Now, I did recently write a blog post all about crystal dildos because they're not all safe, and the too long didn't read version is stick with things like rose quartz or clear quartz. You don't want to go into any of the other forms, even things like black obsidian. A lot of people think that black obsidian, yoni eggs, and crystal dildos or crystal pleasure wands, whatever you want to call them, they believe it's safe because it's a form of glass. However, it hasn't gone through the same process of annealing as you get with standard glass sex toys. So it's potentially a disaster waiting to happen. If that stuff chips or cracks, it is incredibly sharp. You do not want that near your lady bits. So I would recommend stick with rose quartz or a white quartz, something in the quartz, even amethyst. Anything in the quartz family is good because it is water safe and non-porous, but you do still need to check it for cracks and chips before every use. Clean it with warm soapy water after every use, before switching partners, holes, any of that sort of thing. Back to carnelian, like rainbow fluorite, it can be used to support your hormonal balance and stimulate your reproductive system in both the male and the female body. So whether you're assigned female at birth or male at birth, it helps both. It helps all bodies. Carnelian is an excellent addition to your energetic space once you are pregnant as well, especially if you're feeling very tired, which is most pregnant mamas out there. Crystal number 6 is garnet. Now, garnet is another crystal that works incredibly well for libido boosting, and this one relates to the root chakra, so it's slightly different to the aforementioned carnelian. Garnet can help strengthen the reproductive organs whilst promoting health, vigor, and vitality. And this one is a doozy for enhancing your sexual energy. I like to pop it in my pocket during the day so it's close to the root chakra, or I do a specific root chakra meditation. If you're looking for one, I have one on my YouTube channel, whilst holding the garnet to really activate its raw power. It never hurts to place a larger generator style stone beneath the center of your bed as well. Number 7 is clear quartz. Now, not all forms of conception happen through sex. Therefore, the crystal I suggest for support on your IVF journey is clear quartz. This gorgeous crystal is an amplifier, so it can be the extra nudge you need to help in manifesting a pregnancy. It can assist in clearing the mind of pessimistic thoughts or doubts, and will also protect you energetically as you embark on this often stressful and physically painful journey. My heart is with you if you are traversing the path of IVF. Crystal number 8 is hematite. I love hematite, but a word of warning before we begin. It can cause laptops and computers to malfunction, so please don't place it too close to your laptop and maybe refrain from wearing it as a bracelet whilst typing. Its energy can also be a little intense for some, so listen to your body and your intuition before working with this crystal. Hematite is excellent for aiding in your body's ability to absorb iron, which can lead to encouraging implantation when trying to conceive naturally or even via IVF. It is a great crystal for grounding your energy, which is useful at any time, but especially during periods of stress and anxiety, which can often happen if your conception journey is taking longer than you hoped or planned. Lastly, if you can't get your hands on any of these crystals, or if you're curious about how to incorporate other techniques to aid your conception journey, take a look at when Venus is transiting your natal 5th house in your astrological birth chart. Venus is the planet of love, and the 5th house rules over creativity, authenticity, and children. When these two pair up in your own chart, it can be an excellent time energetically for you to conceive. And personally, this was the time both of my children were conceived, although I didn't actually put the pieces together until much later, as I wasn't intentionally using astrology for that purpose. I hope these top 8 crystals for fertility bring sweet baby dust in your direction, and I pray that you see those 2 pink lines soon. To help you manifest this wish into a reality, use my new moon ritual worksheets. Tuning into lunar energy is an excellent way to align your body and soul with the lunar mother goddess and turn those intentions into something more. Brightest blessings. Thank you for listening. If you liked today's episode, please let me know. As I said, it's something a little different to my normal, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a rating and review, especially on Apple Podcasts. It helps so much, and I love to hear from you all. Come and follow us along on Witch Talks Podcast, the Instagram account specifically for this podcast, and I'll chat to you there.